All right, you guys. We got another donut operator crime report to see and review and to make fun comments at. If you've seen the last one, uh, like, subscribe. If you like my videos, I basically do the same kind of content Donut Operator does. I try to offer as much educational information and do's and don'ts that are out there and as much clarity that someone may have that videos are lacking. Um, like, for example, case laws that people may be in violation of without even realizing while filming themselves violating case laws, which is a crime. So, yeah, that happens a lot. It's mostly sovereign citizens, not the brightest bunch of people. Anyways, we're going to be doing a code, or almost a code. Well, it is technically a code blue cam. It's Donut Operator reviewing code blue cam, me reviewing Donut Operator's review of code blue cam. It's a review of a review of a review. This got confusing.
Here, I
I'm
have
too
most of the
tired.
week, but look, I'm back here with another unbiased police incident that is taking the national news by storm. With titles
Yeah, I agree. He's about as biased as me.
like Black man fatally beaten by the LAPD and repeatedly screamed, "They're trying to George Floyd me," as he fought for his life. Police body cam footage shows LA teacher who died after being tased multiple times. Black Lives Matter co-founder's cousin Keenan Anderson dies after LAPD officers used taser on him. As most of the things that I put on this channel, I'm going to be unbiased. I'm going to be going between multiple sources, trying to find the truth in the middle. LAPD reports, news reports, dumbasses on Twitter. Speaking of,
Dumbasses on Twitter. That's a good source of, well, nude pics.
first saw this incident on Twitter from the user 50 Shades of Way. He is a freelance reporter with about 300,000 followers who commonly posts a couple seconds to a minute of police incident content or other stupid shit without any context.
So, vague couple seconds to a minute of police reporting, a police body camera, with no context. It sounds like something that a genuine reporter should not do because there's zero context and it lacks a whole bunch of what happened before, what led up to this incident, how the incident end.
With that being said, I'm not saying this incident was right or wrong. That's for you guys and a grand jury to decide. I'm just here for the context and honest delivery. The video, currently, as I am filming this, that I'm about to show you, has 1.4 million views.
Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Turn over. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, or I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you.
What model taser is that? I've never seen one like that before. That's new to me. That is interesting though. I like it. I liked it. I like neon green. It's different. It's not so yellow. I like the neon green. It's cool. What taser is that? Comment below if you know what model taser that is.
Watch your elbow, partner.
You're trying to George Floyd me. You're trying to George
Stop
Floyd
it.
me.
Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Okay, stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you.
Stop resisting arrest! Why? Why are you resisting arrest? Why do you gotta resist arrest? Don't resist arrest.
Stop resisting.
Please,
Stop resisting.
please, please, please.
Those police officers are being very respectful. They are being very patient with this guy who is resisting and accusing them of murder. Which, by the way, George Floyd died of a drug overdose, as his autopsy showed. Asphyxia brought on by drug overdose. We've actually watched the trial. There was a biased as hell jury, and it's just a whole nightmare. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into it.
They're trying to kill me.
At about the 35-second mark, while the suspect is still resisting, an officer says, "I'm going to use my taser," and he deploys the taser probes. Mind you, he said he's going to use his taser, I think it was 12 to 14 times. He said, "I'm going to use my taser, stop resisting," so he deploys the taser probes. Gather around, folks. I'm going to tell you how a taser works real quick. There are two ways to use a taser. You deploy the taser probes, the two little guys, and if they stick in your skin good enough, then it works. You stiffen up, you can't talk, and your life sucks for 5 seconds. The Slow-Mo guys created a video about 7 years ago demonstrating a pretty cool taser deployment. That's the first way a taser works. The second way a taser works is by drive stunning. You know the stun gun that your mom keeps in her purse or that someone in high school had and you f around with it and you poke each other with it? You guys didn't have taser fights in high school? What is the world?
Not gonna lie, that's some shit I would do in high school. And that is some stuff I did in high school.
The tip of the taser makes a little electrical
Stupid
arc
stuff you do as a
stick
kid.
to people. It makes people comply.
I still got a piece of a lead pencil stuck in my hand from just going like with a pencil. I still got a permanently embedded tip of a pencil in my hand. Starting to fade though. There's still an indentation though.
At the 35-second mark into the video, the officer does deploy his taser, but it appears that it doesn't make a good connection through the guy's hoodie. This means that the officer moves to the second option that you can use with a taser, which is drive stunning to get the man to put his hands behind his back. After getting drive stunned for a couple of seconds, the suspect starts saying yes sir and stops fighting, but then immediately yells no and continues resisting.
Yes, sir.
Don't resist.
No.
Hey, stop
Okay.
resisting. Stop resisting.
Okay.
Stop it.
Help.
Stop
Help, please. Help.
it. Do not
I'm not
move.
resisting. I'm not resisting.
Do not move.
Okay.
If not, I'm gonna tase you again.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay. Help me. Okay.
Here, hold on. Stop it. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Okay, so there is like several types of people when you use less lethal. There's the people that are ineffective deployment of less lethal, and there's effective deployment, but then there's that middle ground, that very rare moment where it's effective but only well in use. And some people, they actually only use it's only effective on them because they're really stupid and they can't comprehend that if you're not cooperative, it's going to happen again. So they get very cooperative when it's happening to them, but the second it stops happening to them, they are exactly back where they went before. And that's, in his case, that's resisting arrest. Now, this guy is not smart at all. If you're getting tased because you're resisting arrest, the smart thing to do if you want to stop being tased, stop resisting. The place to fight the police is not in the street. It's in court. You fight the police in the street, you're not going to have a chance to go to court. Don't try to fight the police. Okay? Fight them in court with the legal system. If you've done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But if you did something wrong, you're probably going to fight the police in the street, and you're probably going to get tased repeatedly, and you're probably going to end up even probably getting shot. Depends on your actions. Because there's this incredible thing, and it's just this bizarre concept that actions have consequences. Oh my God. Who could have thought actions have consequences? What?
Let's see what other large activists on Twitter are saying about this before we get into the context of the video. The whole video. The video that was posted by 50 Shades of Way that has 1.4 million views at time of filming says, warning graphic, the LAPD tased a black man to death after he flagged them down for help. At one point he says, they're trying to George Floyd me. Keenan Anderson was a dedicated father and high school teacher. Aw man, that guy blocked me. Why, Qasim Rashid? Thank you, Chrome Incognito. Keenan Anderson, a 31-year-old high school teacher and father, stopped LA police for help after an accident. They instead cuffed him, pinned him, and tased him repeatedly as he begged for them to stop. Keenan died of cardiac arrest from excessive tasing. His crime, asking police for help. Not quite. We'll get into that here in a minute. You guys want some context? January 3rd, 2023, the worst city in America. A motorcycle cop was...
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I don't like LA. I like LAPD. I don't like LA. It's full of... It's just gross, okay? It's just not... it's the location of Skid Row. It's some of the worst politics in It's the center of all horrible politics in California. It's just full of god-awful people, god-awful politics. and just the biggest shit show on the face of the earth. If you want all reasons, if you have zero reason and you're a trust fund kid, LA's for you, and you're don't give two flying craps about anything, LA's for you. But if you actually care about the condition of your city and don't want to catch hepatitis and worms from human feces on the sidewalk, all in one jog down LA Boulevard, then LA is not for you.
Flagged down by several people who were involved
Just like
in
it's
a
not for
vehicle
me.
accident. Those people in this accident pointed out a man who they stated had caused the accident.
I think the guy up there needs help though, because the guy's trying to run away. The guy who's driving this car.
Let's go get him.
That was the man who we just saw in the previous video resisting arrest, Mr. Keenan Anderson. Police stated that he was acting erratic and running in the middle of the road when the officer pulled up. The officer went over to Mr. Anderson, asked him to sit down, and requested more units for a possible driving under the influence suspect. Anderson then ran into the middle of the street and a foot chase was on.
Get off to the side here. Get on the street. Hey.
Okay, so delusional paranoia. He's just running away from the police and saying someone's trying to kill me. Okay, so delusional paranoia. Check. He's under the influence.
Stop right there. Get up against the wall.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Get up against the wall.
Please, sir, I didn't mean to.
Get up against the wall.
I didn't
Get
mean
up against the wall real quick.
to. Please.
Okay,
Please,
hold on
God.
a second.
Please,
Hold
sir,
on a
I didn't
second.
mean to, sir, please.
Hold on,
Please,
okay?
oh my God.
Possible DUI driver. Can I get additional units, please?
The car.
Okay, what happened?
I lost my key.
You
I asked
lost
somebody-
your key?
Yes. I came and I had somebody fix my car for me, sir. Please, don't, please,
Okay,
sir.
do me a favor,
My-
sit
hey,
in
please.
the... Hey,
Sir, please.
sit down on your butt and sit with your legs crossed. Sit
Why
with
do you
your
think I'm
legs
trying
crossed.
That's making me nervous as hell. Why is his hands behind his back? His hands need to not be behind his back. That is not cool. Not okay with that. No.
Kill me, sir.
Sit with your legs
Please.
crossed.
They're gonna try to kill me, please.
Who's trying to kill you?
I had a stunt today.
What?
I had a stunt today, sir.
You
And I
had
didn't mean to.
you had what?
A stunt. Like, no, that's a cross.
Okay, what car were you driving?
BMW.
The BMW.
They're gonna try to put stuff in my car.
Who's trying to put stuff in your car?
They're gonna try to.
The LAPD cut off about 7 minutes before the foot chase was about to happen because the officer was sitting there trying to calm down Anderson, just trying to figure out what was going on and what had happened.
Apparently he knows the future. They're going to put stuff in my car. That was an exact statement from that guy. He knows the future. They're going to put stuff in who? The shadow government?
They picked it right back up before he ran off.
Hey, stay
Please.
here. Stay here.
Sir, I need
Stay
some water.
here.
Can you get some water? Please.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second, okay?
Please.
Just have a seat up against the wall there,
sir.
okay? Have a seat against the wall.
Sir,
Have a seat against the wall here.
Everybody gotta see me, sir.
Have a seat
I don't want
against
to
the
be in the
wall
black.
over here.
I want people to see me.
Sir, okay, you can sit
Please,
right there
sir.
then. If you want to be seen,
I don't
sit
wanna
right
sit
there.
No, I don't want to sit right there.
Sit right
Please.
there if you want to have somebody see you.
Please.
Okay?
Please.
Just sit down for me a second here, okay?
Please. Look, sir.
Sit down for me. Sit down.
You're putting a thing on me.
Sit down.
Making
I'm
me
not
hot.
putting anything. Come here.
Please.
Sit down over here.
Please.
I don't want you in the road.
Please.
Come here. I don't want you in the road. Come here.
Please.
Come here.
Please.
Come here.
Please. Please.
Come here.
The cop is being super courteous and trying to figure things out. When the guy who just caused a pretty big wreck then tried to jump into someone else's car to flee the wreck, oh yeah, that happened too, endangering himself and other drivers by running into the middle of the road, someone's got to go into cuffs at that point.
Now! Get down over there! Turn over on your stomach right now! Turn over on your stomach right now! Turn over!
Yes.
Turn over!
He initially complies to the officer saying get down, but then starts resisting arrest. A lot of people on the internet think that the video we watched on Twitter where they were getting him into cuffs is not him resisting. Resisting doesn't mean someone's actively punching a police officer in the face. There's passive and active resisting. Passive means that they're just not listening to you. Active can be punching, kicking, it can even be bringing your arms to your chest and not wanting to be arrested. It can be stiffening up so that the police can't put you in handcuffs. Anything to prevent an arrest physically is active resisting. That's exactly what happens almost this entire video. If a suspect is actively resisting, this means that a police officer can use whatever force that is within their policy and their use of force continuum to get someone into handcuffs.
Turn over!
Yes, sir.
Over on your stomach! Get over on your stomach!
Hold on. Okay, please.
Get down.
Please, sir, please don't do this. Please don't do this, sir. Please. Help me, please. Help me, please. No, please help me. Help me, please. Please. Please.
Tell me that's not resisting. He's yelling, help me, and he's actively resisting the police. Like, they're telling him, do this, get down on the ground, lay on your stomach. And yes, he's saying, help me. Well, resisting and fighting the police. He's yelling, help me to whoever would listen that's not the police. He's not asking the police for help.
Please.
Keenan, relax. Watch out.
Help. They're trying to kill me.
Hey, stop him or tase you. Stop him or tase you.
Milo trying to kill me. I have stuff on YouTube.
Stop it or I'm gonna tase you.
Yes, sir.
Stop it or I'm gonna tase you.
Hey, buddy.
CSU
Oh, we got a freaking ad. We got a
I needed to
freaking
get into every
ad.
position in my career.
Oh, there's 2 ads. Oh, God.
You have the freedom to eat healthy or indulgent.
Hold
All
on.
for prices that
Oh.
won't.
There we go. I hate ads.
Help.
Stop it or I'm gonna tase you. Stop it or I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Turn over. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you. Turn over or I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you.
Yes.
Watch your elbow, partner.
You're trying to George Floyd me. You're trying to George
Stop
Floyd
it.
me.
Stop it or I'm gonna tase you. Okay, stop it or I'm gonna tase you. Stop it or I'm gonna tase you.
You know, that kind of reminds me of people on like things like Flocka. Yeah, like Flocka. He's definitely on something.
Stop resisting.
Please.
Stop resisting.
Please.
I'm gonna tase him.
As I said before, it was either 12, 13, or 14. I'm gonna tase you, stop. Which, as we talked about at the beginning of the video, I don't think that the taser probes made a proper connection. That's why I started drive stunning him. They finally get him into cuffs, and he continues screaming about how this is an act and that the officers are actors, and then starts screaming about the officers thinking that he killed CeeLo.
Play up.
Okay, no.
Moving up. Yeah, just by his knees.
They're trying to kill me. Oh.
No. Nobody's trying to kill you.
Oh, Pilo.
I got him on the ground over there, just sitting on his own, and then he took off through the traffic, right? He's
Help. They think I killed Pilo.
I'm not too sure who CeeLo is. They put him on his side and sit him up so that he can
Okay, so it's not just me. I didn't know who CeeLo was either. Okay, I was confused by that too. I think he's just on drugs and yelling crazy shit.
breathe, and he's still talking to them. According to the LAPD, fire and EMS arrived 60 seconds later to assess Anderson.
They sedated me.
They sedated me. How?
5 minutes after fire and EMS talked to him, EMS transported him to the hospital. 4.5 hours later, while he was in the hospital, reports state that he had a medical emergency and passed away. Toxicology reports state that he had weed and cocaine in his system at the time. The LAPD police chief later stated that he had gotten into a felony hit and run, tried to get into someone else's car to flee the scene, and that was right before the motorcycle officer arrived. While I'm here, shout out to all the death threats that I got by simply stating there was more to this video on Twitter. Can blow me. So what do you guys think about this whole thing? Is it lawful but awful? Was that much taser excessive? Did the officers simply just beat a man to death for flagging them down for help? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to help support the channel, go to donutoperator.com. Get some.
Alright, well, I guess that's the end of that one. Well, anyways, that's perfect example of context can change an entire narrative to any video, especially don't trust videos that are like a minute long or a couple seconds long, because there's a lot that happens in between that 30-minute to hour encounter with a suspect, that could be completely different than what that 30 seconds clip of body camera shows. So, there's, for all you know, you could be fighting for justice for a baby murderer or a rapist. Maybe they're after him because he raped someone, and you don't know until you look into what the context behind the arrest was, what the context behind all this was. What does passive resistance mean? What is the difference between what is the difference between physical resistance and passive resistance? Physical resistance is, fighting the police. What is passive resistance? Passive resistance is not following lawful orders given by the police. Knowing these things could essentially help save your life. And by the way, cocaine could lead to massive heart trauma. You could have a heart attack from cocaine. A common thing cocaine does is stop your heart. You're mixing narcotics. THC contains a mild form of acid, so you're essentially on a mind altering drug and basically pure caffeine. So you're basically having adrenaline and drug induced hallucinations at that point. Like your brain's seeing some crazy shit. You're saying some crazy shit. You're saying craziness. There's craziness going on. You're not going to make much sense, just like this guy did. Don't mix drugs. Don't do drugs. Stay away from drugs, kids. Anyways, like and subscribe. He was, every time they tased him, he was he was resisting. And you could tell he was tensing up too, and he was moving around like they were trying to pin him down, but he was using a lot of force to move him to roll over and stuff. So yeah, don't do what that guy did. Don't do drugs. That's the best answer there. Anyways, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.